ワールドグランプリスーパーライト級チャンピオンデモリッションマン
Ryan Garcia, the former WBC lightweight champion and the pride of Victorville, California, made his highly anticipated return to the ring on December 30th. After serving a controversial one-year suspension following his disputed victory over Devin Haney on April 20th, Garcia stepped back under the spotlight in a special exhibition bout against former kickboxer Rukiya Anpo. The fight took place in front of a sold-out crowd at the iconic Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan, and it delivered all the intensity, drama, and excitement fans hoped for. This event carried an air of spectacle from the moment it was announced. Despite Garcia still serving his year-long suspension set to end in April, he was permitted to compete in this exhibition match under Japanese rules. The New York State Athletic Commission's response to his participation remained uncertain, but as far as the fans were concerned, the show would go on. Leading up to the fight, tensions ran high as Garcia and Anpo traded verbal jabs at the official press conference. Garcia, never shy with words, confidently promised to knock out his opponent, accusing him of lacking professionalism and respect. Anpo, calm and collected, countered with a speech that invoked the honor of Japanese fighting tradition, vowing to bring the samurai spirit into the ring. "We know Ryan likes to make excuses, miss weight, and lack sportsmanship," Anpo said, reading carefully from prepared notes to overcome the language barrier. "On fight day, I will show him that we fight for honor and legacy. I will finish what I started against Manny Pacquiao and prove to the world that Ryan Garcia is not the king he claims to be." Garcia, unfazed, responded with his usual swagger. "He's got some size and excitement, but I'm going to knock him out," Garcia declared. "You're not at my level. I beat a pound-for-pound champion, and you're just big. You think this is Hollywood, but it's real. You're getting a whooping in front of the world." The build-up added fuel to an already smoldering fire. Social media buzzed with divided opinions. Some fans questioned the significance of the bout, dismissing it as an unnecessary spectacle, while others expressed eager anticipation to see Garcia back in action, exhibition match or not. As fight night approached, Tokyo embraced the energy. The Saitama Super Arena was packed with boxing enthusiasts and curious spectators alike. The anticipation reached its peak when Rukiya Anpo made his entrance. Accompanied by the rhythmic pounding of traditional Japanese drums, Anpo walked to the ring clad in black and red attire. His focused demeanor radiated calm determination. The moment felt steeped in cultural pride, a nod to Anpo's roots and the legacy of Japanese combat sports. Moments later, Ryan Garcia entered the arena to the sounds of La Bamba by Richie Valens. Dressed in vibrant Mexican-inspired gear, Garcia exuded confidence as he waved to the crowd. His walk to the ring reflected his flashy, charismatic persona. Garcia's entourage, including his trainer and cornerman, surrounded him, hyping up the energy as cheers and chants erupted from the crowd. The contrast was striking. Anpo's quiet focus versus Garcia's flamboyant swagger. From the opening bell, the crowd knew they were witnessing a clash of styles and wills. The first round began cautiously as both fighters sized each other up. Anpo's kickboxing background was evident in his stance and movement. He peppered Garcia with quick jabs, trying to establish rhythm. Garcia, however, stayed composed, using his superior footwork to stay out of range and probe for openings with his jab. Anpo's corner applauded his early composure, urging him to stay patient and stick to his game plan. Meanwhile, Garcia's team encouraged him to use his size and strength to impose his will. By the second round, Garcia began to step up the pressure. His jab found its mark more consistently, and his combinations grew sharper. Midway through the round, Garcia landed a clean right hand that forced Ampo to stumble back. The Japanese fighter quickly recovered, showing resilience, but the power difference was becoming increasingly clear. Garcia's confidence grew with each exchange, and the crowd could sense a shift in momentum. Ampo entered the third round determined to respond. He opened with a flurry of punches, catching Garcia off guard and forcing him into a defensive shell. The crowd roared in approval as Ampo's quickness and aggression turned the tide temporarily. Garcia's corner shouted instructions, urging him to stay calm and reassert control. As the round progressed, Garcia regained his rhythm, landing several body shots that slowed Ampo's pace. The fourth round showcased Garcia's dominance. He came out aggressively, unleashing powerful combinations that pushed Ampo onto his back foot. A crushing left hook, Garcia's signature weapon, snapped Ampo's head back and drew gasps from the audience. Ampo showed grit, refusing to go down, but Garcia's power was beginning to take its toll. Late in the round, another right hand sent Ampo crashing to the canvas. The crowd held its breath as the referee began the count. Ampo rose to his feet, visibly shaken but determined to continue. In the fifth round, Ampo attempted to mount a comeback, digging deep into his reserves. He landed a series of quick combinations, briefly halting Garcia's momentum. For a moment, the fight seemed to hang in the balance, with Ampo's corner urging him to keep pushing forward. Garcia, however, remained composed. He weathered Ampo's attacks and responded with precise counters, reminding everyone of his superior skill and timing. As the fight entered its later rounds, Garcia's dominance became undeniable. The sixth and seventh rounds saw him control the pace, using his size and strength to overpower Ampo. Each punch carried weight, and Ampo's movement began to slow. Garcia's relentless pressure left Ampo with few opportunities to respond. Still, the Japanese fighter showed heart, refusing to back down even as the fight slipped further out of reach. The eighth and final round began with Garcia on the hunt. Determined to deliver on his promise of a knockout, he came forward aggressively, throwing crisp, powerful punches. Ampo, visibly fatigued, tried to evade the onslaught, but Garcia's speed and accuracy proved too much. A thunderous right hand connected flush, sending Ampo to the canvas for the second time in the fight. The referee began the count, but this time it was clear that Ampo would not recover. As the referee waved off the fight, the crowd erupted in cheers. Garcia had delivered a decisive knockout victory. Garcia's corner flooded the ring, celebrating his return to form. The victory marked a triumphant moment for the former champion, who had faced criticism and scrutiny during his suspension. For Garcia, the win was more than just a spectacle, it was a statement. He reminded the boxing world of his talent, power, and star quality. Ampo's corner, though disappointed, displayed sportsmanship in defeat. Ampo himself received an ovation from the crowd for his courage and resilience. Despite the loss, he had shown flashes of brilliance and earned respect for standing toe-to-toe with one of boxing's brightest stars. In the post-fight interview, Garcia addressed his performance and the controversy surrounding the bout. "I knew I was going to knock him out. He's a tough kid, but I'm on another level," Garcia said confidently. "People can say what they want about exhibitions, but this was real. I'm back and I'm ready for anyone." Ampo, gracious in defeat, thanked the crowd for their support and vowed to learn from the experience. "Ryan Garcia is a great fighter. I gave my best, but tonight wasn't my night. I will come back stronger," Ampo said, earning applause from the Japanese fans. The event, streamed on Fano PPV for $49.99, drew significant viewership despite earlier skepticism from fans. Social media, which had been abuzz with mixed reactions leading up to the fight, lit up with praise for Garcia's performance and respect for Ampo's effort. For Ryan Garcia, this exhibition bout served as both a showcase of his skills and a warm-up for his return to sanctioned competition. With his suspension nearing its end, Garcia's sights are set on reclaiming his position among boxing's elite. Fans eagerly anticipate what's next for the King as he continues to generate headlines both in and out of the ring. As the dust settled on the thrilling night in Tokyo, one thing was clear: Ryan Garcia's star power remains as strong as ever. His knockout victory over Rukiya Anpo reaffirmed his status as one of boxing's most exciting and marketable fighters, setting the